Hello everyone, I thought I would do a quick video today. You are zoomed out because I have this large box here. Ignore my college textbooks, they are my stand for my ring light and what my camera is mounted on. So today I have part 1 of 2 of my 2026 planner unboxings. So this order I am really excited about, obviously. I talked about it in my last video. I placed, or I'm not sure if I had placed the order at this time or not, but I had placed or was placing an order with Erin Condren. So, I'm so excited. I guess let's pull everything out and get the box out of the way at least. All right, and I think I would like to start with this. I am so excited. Okay, so the first thing, you can come closer now. You don't have to look at my college textbooks anymore. That was just for a moment. All right. So this first planner is my, just what it says, HB90 2026 planner. And if you're not familiar with HB90, it is Sarah over at Heart Breathings, her 90-day planning course. It is a paid course and it really shows you and helps guide you in focusing on different areas of your life and doing planning in 90-day chunks as opposed to a full year like we often do. And I have found the course extremely helpful. So I chose to personalize the cover. I also chose to personalize the coil with the rose gold. It is my favorite. I also have the rose gold for this current year in 2025. I am using this year the vertical life planner in the bold blooms design, and this is my HB90 planner for this year. So I will stick with Erin Condren for HB90 because I find that this planner doesn't leave my desk so often, so I don't mind having a bigger, bolder, chunkier planner that sits on my desk at home. So I have the personalization here on the front. This last year, for this year, for 2025, I have it customized to say, or personalized to say Simulated Sarah. But here I chose to do HB90 2026 so that right when I'm looking at the cover of this planner, I know what it's for. And I chose to do the dashboard layout this year. I chose to do something different. And on the inside, I chose the minimal. The bold blooms was really fun to do for 2025. I enjoyed it quite a bit. However, I am ready for neutral so that I can do anything or nothing with these innard pages. Yes, Ellery? I'm a little worried that the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is going to throw me off because my brain wants to go down the page like this. But I don't know if I have the mojo in me to redate it, every single day of the year. That's a lot of work, and I'm not sure I'm up for that task. So I'm really excited to use the dashboard layout and try this for next year. I'm a little nervous because I do love this vertical layout. It just works so well for my 3 different areas that I focus on, which are my 3 areas are writing, YouTube, and fitness. And so it's so easy just to color code it and each line is a different area for me to focus on. And this works really well. And so I'm a little nervous to, quote unquote, fix what ain't broke. But I really want to play around with the dashboard layout for this next year. And I think that this amount of space on the dailies will be enough, because as you just saw in my 2025 planner, I don't fill out every box. So I don't necessarily need all of that space. I'm also someone that struggles to schedule my goals, pretty much with the exception of my running. I do schedule my running. I run on Tuesday, Friday, and Sundays. So those I do have a set day of the week I'm doing things on, but I don't sit down at the beginning of the week and say, okay, I'm going to work for 2 hours on my YouTube this day and 2 hours on my writing that day. I have a hard time doing that. My schedule's ever changing. I'm like all of you, I'm very busy. So when I say that I'm going to work on my writing for 2 hours on Tuesday, something's bound to come up and I won't do it. Or I will be too tired from my run and I won't have the mental energy to do my writing after it, or whatever. So I think that I'm optimistic that I will like this setup, because I don't need a ton of space on the dailies, like I said. And if I want to make sure that I spend 3 task blocks on writing, I can put that here on my to-dos, and I can say 3 task blocks on writing, 4 task blocks on YouTube, run number 1, 2, and 3. And I can, as I'm going through the week, figure out where I have time to do those things instead of trying to smash them into a box that they may not fit in on a specific day. But I'm excited to play around with the priorities, the to-do list, the notes. I'm not sure. I might just use these for task blocks or something for time tracking instead of habits, but I'm not sure yet. I don't have much of a plan, but I am excited to try this dashboard layout. I really like the idea of it. Okay, and then at the end of the month, I still have my blank page for my monthly reflections. That's good. So I did get this planner to go January through December of 2026. And come on, there we go. Then in the back, we have the standards notes pages that it comes with, but I decided to add some productivity pages, and I am excited about this because I can use these pages for my quarterly planning. And I know it's maybe a little bit backwards to have my quarterly planning in the back of the planner and then flip forward to whatever month and week I'm in. But I think I like the possibility of that because I can take my 3 different areas and my 4 different quarters and use essentially 12 spreads. So this could be quarter 1 for my writing, quarter 1 for my YouTube, quarter 1 for my fitness, quarter 2 for my writing, quarter 2 for my YouTube, so on and so forth. And I can use all of those pages. I'm sure I have enough here. Yeah, definitely. And it looks like I even have a few extra pages to set intentions either at the beginning of the year or at the beginning of each quarter as a whole. So I might be able to do quarter 1 overall brainstorming and intentions, and then this next spread can be quarter 1 writing, quarter 1 YouTube, quarter 1 fitness. And then this could be quarter 2 overall planning and brainstorming and goal setting, and then Q2 writing, so on and so forth. So I'm excited to be able to spread out in this planner and to have a space to do my quarterly planning and alongside my weekly planning. And then at the back we have the stickers and everything. If you want a full flip through walkthrough of these planners, I'm not doing that today. You can find a bazillion walkthroughs of the Erin Condren planners. If you're not familiar with this layout and Erin Condren planners as a whole, I would look to either Sarah Cannon over at Heart Breathings. Of course, there's cat hair all over this. Or I would look at Kristen Kramer's YouTube channel if you want detailed walkthroughs and reviews of these planners. They have great videos, and I think all of them are also EC affiliates, so they know a lot about Erin Condren. They've been using these planners for a long time, so they have an infinite well of knowledge. So this will be my big chunky monkey master HB90 planner for 2026, and it came with the pen. Sorry, that is loud. Okay, there we go. It came with the black dual tip marker, which is great. I don't have a black one. I have 2 of the dual tip marker sets, but I don't have black from either of those sets. There's a cute little postcard. Oh, another cute postcard. I actually have a pen pal, and I think I want to send them this postcard. That's really cute. And then I have another little card with a coupon on the back. So I'll put those in here. That's my kind of master HB90 planner for 2026, which I'm very excited to start using, but you know, I've got a ways to go yet. We are nowhere close to 2026 yet. All right. Oh gosh, okay. That scared me for a moment. I don't know why it says 2025, 2026. Maybe I just, in the personalization option, maybe that was something I could have taken out and I just didn't, but I think we're all right. So this purchase comes with another card like I just showed you, so I'm not going to open this. There's no need. But I am excited to have 4 postcards. And oh, what? I was hoping. I thought... Okay. Well, clearly this is operator error on my end. I don't think this is Erin Condren's fault. I just assumed that I would be able to hit personalize on book 1 and it would automatically personalize book 2 the same way, but apparently not. So that's okay. It is what it is. So this, spoiler alert, is a 2-book system. So this is the Daily Duo, and I debated if I wanted the A5 or the 7x9. Yeah, and I did do the 7x9 because again, maybe these will leave the house more, but I don't foresee them leaving the house much. These will be my desk planners at home. So I knew I was purchasing my dashboard layout for 2026. This was an impulse purchase. I was influenced. I was watching YouTube videos and going down a Daily Duo rabbit hole, seeing how people plan in them and how they use them. And I fell prey to... Can you hear my old lady cat? I fell prey to influence in this situation. So I purchased the daily duo planners to accompany my HB90. And this is a 2-book system. So I have January through June, and then I have July through December in this second book. Dang, I really wish, one, that it didn't say 25, 26, and 2, I wanted this cover on this planner. I suppose when I get to July, though, I could just take this cover and put it on here, and that'll be fine. Because I'm also going to write in here that it's my HB90 planner. So, you know, if I open it up, I'll know what it is. So it's not the end of the world. Hi, Lillian. So this I purchased, like I said, to accompany my dashboard layout. And remember when I was just telling you that I'm not good at scheduling and time blocking and sticking to a schedule? While I know that about myself, part of me wants to try, and I'm not going to say, this is how I do it now. I am making this switch, and I am a time tracking, hour blocking girly now, because that's not how my brain works. That's not how I work. So I'm not going to try and make myself do something that I know, 1, won't stick, and 2, I won't enjoy. So I am curious, though, to try it just for a day on a Saturday or a weekend and just try and see how or if I can stick to what I've set out for myself. Or the other way that I am probably more likely to use this layout is as a record keeper, and not as a planning ahead. So I think how this will probably work out is, let's say on Saturday, January 17th, I am doing a mini writing retreat where I'm just focusing on my writing all day. So I might, at the end of the day, say, you know, from 6 to 7, I woke up and took the dogs for a walk and drank my coffee. And then from 8 to 9, I read a craft book. And then from 10 to 11, I did some revising on a chapter. From noon to 1, I ate my lunch. And then from 2 to 4, I revised chapter 6 or brainstormed the B story for Act 2 or something like that. So I will see myself using this more as a record keeper of how I am spending my time rather than trying to plan it ahead, if that makes sense. I think I explained that well. Similarly, I can see how long it's taking me to run. So if I run from like 9:30 to 10:30 and then I do a 10-minute cool down, and on the front end I did a 10-minute pre-run warm up, and then I did a half an hour of yoga afterwards, I can see exactly where and how I'm spending my time. And that helps me to, in the future, when I am getting ready to plan for a new quarter, I like to look back at all of my task blocks, which are 30-minute increments. I like to look back at all of the task blocks that I have spent in these 3 different areas. And that helps me see kind of, one, how my workflow rhythm is ebbing and flowing. In the winter, I tend to spend a lot more time on my writing. And in the summer, I tend to spend a lot more time on my fitness. So it helps me keep track of where I'm spending a lot of time and maybe where I'm not spending as much time. And then at the beginning or towards the end of a quarter, when I'm preparing for the next quarter, I can look at that data and say, is this working for me? Am I happy with how much time I'm spending on all of these different things? How can I make it more balanced? How can I kind of pick up the slack in areas where I am not spending as much time, so on and so forth. And then it helps me plan ahead for the next quarter to see what seems reasonable, comfortable, and achievable for me. So I am a little nervous that I can almost guarantee I will not be in my daily duo every single day next year. I just don't see that happening. But I do keep track of all of my task block information and such in my regular planner. And I feel confident that even if I'm not sitting down and writing in this planner every day, that I can still keep a record and back plan in here so that I still have all of this info in one spot. So I can use my weekly layouts and see what needs to be migrated or recorded from my weekly planner to my daily planner. So that is, I think that is that. That is my part 1 of 2 orders I have placed for 2026. And I am very excited. So I am very excited for these. Now I just have to sit and wait patiently until 2026. So stay tuned for my next planner unboxing for 2026. Although it may not be for a bit yet. I don't expect it to ship anytime soon. But I will see you soon for sure. And until then, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.